for coming to DC Lottery Live and the CBS DC Green Room. I appreciate you being here.
I love this town.
I know you've been running around like everywhere.
Yeah. So, last night was out in the town. Finished work, went to the gym, had some food.
Where'd you go? You were out in the town. Did you check out monuments and stuff?
Yeah, we went to down. What's that area of town called?
The National Mall.
The National Mall. There you
go.
So
where all the monuments are.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really quiet down there. Went to see the Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument, the World War II memorial there too. Really sick. I love all that American history, so it's very of interest to me.
What was your favorite?
The Lincoln thing is...
At night, right? It's the best. It's the best.
I don't know why people go during the day, because it's just like so nicely lit at night. It's really quiet up there. It's nice.
And you know, it's huge, too. You don't realize it until you walk up. Yeah. Like, Honest Abe is just gigantic when you walk up to the
I couldn't believe
memorial.
Yeah, it was pretty special, because you've seen it. I've seen it so many times in movies, and I've been to Washington like multiple times, but I never had the chance to actually get down and have a look, and it was great.
Any fans recognize you at all?
No, it was really quiet. It was like 10:30 last night, so it was pretty. We walked down.
It is quiet. I mean, obviously, the later you go, the better, because it's like you get it all to yourself.
Yeah, it was great. We walked. One of the boys has like a pedometer on his phone.
How many miles you guys walk?
We walked 10K last night. So
good Lord.
We just walked around. We walked from the hotel, got some food somewhere, walked into some random Chinese restaurant.
I was going to ask you, where did you go to dinner?
No, we haven't got a clue. Like, it was just, we just seen some guys walking out.
So you guys kept it real then. That's cool. That's what we do anyway on Weekends in DC.
There you go, exactly, yeah.
I see you in driver's caps a lot, although you're not wearing one today. I want one like yours. Where do you get it?
There's a company that I go on, it's called Stetson, and they do the nicest ones. But I do struggle to find some good ones. So.
I love it, man. I love that look on you. I think that's such a great look. I see it all the time, but I don't know where I get that cap. It's very Irish. It is Irish.
I'm not wearing one today. I was going to wear one, and I thought I've been wearing them so much that I'm going to go free today.
I mean, great hair. You're good, but I like the driver's cap. It's a good look on you too. What's your favorite instrument to play? I mean, you've taught yourself how to play instruments too, right? As opposed to getting formal training.
Yeah, well, I've never actually had a guitar lesson. I've taught myself off YouTube and stuff like that. Like I'm not the greatest guitar player. I have enough to get me by on stage and in what I do is, writing wise and stuff. And I've been trying to teach myself. I've just got a piano in my new place, and I'm just trying to teach myself a little bit there. And and I can.
You can drum a little bit. I
can get around on the drums, but nothing to the point where it's like, oh wow, he's really good.
I regret quitting the piano. I played for 10 years, and then I gave up on it. But I wish I hadn't.
I wish I had learned earlier. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but there's still time.
It's easier when you're a kid. You can learn it faster.
Exactly, yeah.
Where do you write music? Do you have a specific place you go to write music? Is there like a vacation spot? Is there a getaways or a cottage? Where do you go to do that?
I tend to write like concepts and stuff down a lot. Like I carry this little moleskin book. This little I think it's called moleskin or something. Like a little leather book. Yeah. And I bring that around with me. And last year I went backpacking across Southeast Asia with some of my friends, and I spent a lot of time on trains and planes and stuff. So I just wrote down a lot of stuff, and then when I got back to London and I wanted to write, I had all this kind of stuff ready to go and knew exactly what I wanted to say in each song. And then it just happens randomly. Like sometimes I'll sit down, I'll be watching TV or something, and I'll pick up the guitar like I always do, and then I'll leave my phone on my knee and record something, and then listen back to it and be like, oh, I like that. Or go into the studio and intentionally go to write something. Sometimes it happens off chance, and sometimes by chance, and sometimes it doesn't.
Do you find that when you're outdoors that I mean, like, what's in terms of inspiration of, coming up with creative ideas, is it when you're backpacking outdoors, is it when you're at home, or does it not really matter at all?
I find when you've got time, when you're like sitting down, and you're not doing, like if I was going around today, like how busy we are.
Right.
You don't really have time to
think
about.
Yeah,
you're not. If you're sitting there and you're watching TV or something, and your mind's just at its most relaxed point.
Yeah.
You can just be like.
Where your creative energy comes through.
Yeah.
Right. What's your idea of a guy's night out? I mean, I know you said you were in DC and you were walking around, you hit up the monuments, you got random Chinese food. Your idea of a guy's night out, what does that include?
Well, at the moment, I'm going to the gym, not drinking, kind of just keeping it clean.
I try to do the same.
Because I'm too busy at the minute to be, having beers at the end of every day and stuff. But a good night out is just like, in Ireland we love a good like a Sunday session, we call it.
Yeah, what does that include? What is a Sunday
session?
Well,
Sunday lunchtime, have some food,
and
then drink about 10 pints of Guinness. But
not anymore though. You stayed away from the alcohol. I found out, I did a little bit of a lifestyle change too. I decided to stop drinking a lot.
Yeah.
and the focus, the mental acuity is like a total different world.
It's a different story altogether.
I mean, I'm not trying to, like, I like to have a couple drinks, but it's so much better when you're in a creative field that, you know, you're able to focus more.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is. Some people, it helps them do it, but I feel like living a cleaner life is so, especially when you're under stress, like you're always running.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to have that.
I struggle with my voice as well, so I've got bad acid reflux and stuff like that, so the old drinking doesn't help.
Yeah.
So I tried to cut that out for that reason. Really.
Are you getting good sleep? I mean,
yeah, I got 5 hours last
night
because I was walking around Washington all night, to be honest.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it, man. I mean, this is at home, so it's great to have you here.
That's great.
It's awesome.
I'm glad I got to do it because as I said, I've been here so many times and I never got the chance to have a proper look around. So I'm glad
that you did. Well, welcome to DC. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, bud.
A serious question, and I asked listeners and your fans to tweet to us, and Gabriella from Fairfax is 17 years old, and she said, quote, "After what happened in Manchester, I feel nervous going to concerts. What words of encouragement can you give me so I don't feel scared?"
Yeah, it's terrible, and no, as I've been saying all day, no one should ever have to fear going to a concert. You know, I know from experience, having done hundreds and hundreds of concerts, that people have been waiting. These kids, you know, a lot of these kids that have lost their lives have been waiting for a year or whatever, got tickets for their birthday, got tickets for Christmas to go to a concert, going to see Ariana, who's their idol or their favorite artist, and no way should they have to fear going to a concert, you know, because of some cowardly act. And I hope that people are not discouraged now, and do still come to concerts, because we're there to give enjoyment, and we hope that, you know, this thing can be deterred going forward and stop happening, because, you know, that's 2 concerts now and we don't want this to happen anymore.
Yeah, and it's so. I was just saying yesterday, you know, music is a universal language that literally, as cliche as it sounds, the reality is it brings an entire world together.
Exactly.
That is the universal language that we communicate off of, and then, you know, a concert should be a place where you're at ease and enjoying an art.
Yeah.
And it's shameful that we should feel anxious to go.
Yeah. And up until that point, that was the best night of everyone's, you know, of their lives, of some of those guys' lives.
Yes.
Until the lights came up and that started firing off. But no one should ever fear going to a concert, and I hope that when I do concerts, people come and still come and watch, because I don't want anyone to be discouraged from this stuff, because then we're just showing that we're scared of them.
Yeah. Niall,
thank
you so much. Thanks for coming.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Niall Horan, DC Lottery Live.